Welcome to Both Down, episode 144, the number one Blood Bowl podcast.
From the town of, let's see, let me choose one. The city of Bay.
City of Bay?
City of Bay. B-H-A-Y.
B-A-H.
B-H-A-Y. Bay.
Bay. Okay. All right. Welcome, everybody, to Both Down. This is Blood Bowl 3 edition,
Yeah.
episode 144.
Yeah, it just came out. So we're going to have some thoughts about it. I am Steve, a.k.a. Kilowoggy. With me is Scott
And I am
Prime.
Scott Prime.
Yep.
I
Man.
think going forward, we need to have a spiel where we go back and forth at the beginning, like a two-headed goblin.
No. Not at all.
You
We're
don't wanna
lucky
be
that we can get through this on one try.
So far, so good.
Yeah, so far. How you doing?
I am doing as well as I can. I've had to work a lot of overtime this week. And other than that, I guess life's fine. Life in America, every night there's a shooting.
Or, a train derailment and giant chemical spill 45 minutes away from me.
There's that for you. And not only that, I noticed that there was a mineral plant blew up or something.
Production, steel mill, something like that. I don't know.
Steel mill blew up in Ohio as well. And so what I'm convinced of, Steve, is I wanted you to move back, and I never wanted you to move, but I'm starting to think maybe you're the bad luck, and I don't want you around.
So I'm bad luck on real life stuff, apparently mechanical and train stuff, but I'm good luck when it comes to weather because I think we've had maybe 2 significant snowfalls here, and you guys keep freezing and icing and screwing yourselves over.
Well, then we have a couple of really good days, and now it's balls cold again today. So
Yeah, it's like
I think we're
70
supposed
here.
to have ice tomorrow morning. So
It's 70 here today.
well,
I bought
the
a
cold
super
weather-
heavy cold jacket when I got here because I was expecting, to be freezing. I've had to wear it like once,
Interesting.
and it wasn't even that bad because there's no wind. Oklahoma, it gets to 10 degrees and that wind blows and it sucks ass. Here, it's 10 degrees, there's no wind. It's kind of nice out.
Okay. Well,
Anyways,
I don't know what to say.
so normally we talk about what we've been doing Blood
Whoa,
Bowl
whoa,
wise.
whoa. Real quick.
Okay.
The big chemical spill,
Yeah.
train derailment. Did you get any of those weird dark clouds or anything?
No, we didn't see any of that.
Dude, I saw a picture of a airplane took a picture from the sky, and that is evil looking stuff, dude.
All horrible, horrible chemicals they just burned and released into the air. Aside from the stuff that leached into the water. So there's that.
And I heard that they're sending all the water that they treated it with down to Houston, Texas.
I have no idea.
I read that on a Yahoo article or something like that.
Probably not true, but
probably not true because it was on Yahoo. You're right about that.
Anyways, yes. So typically we talk about any Blood Bowl stuff we've been doing. Have you done anything with the league? How's that going?
Because I made the schedule. Considering the league people are really playing their games ahead of time. So the last episode I told you about my games, that episode was really about 10 days ago that we recorded. So since then, everybody was so done with the league. They finished up all their games with a week left in February of all months.
Jeez.
That I went ahead and made the schedule for March, and people are already scheduled to play this weekend, which is still February. So
nice.
So
well, you do have Critter Bowl coming up, so.
And I do have Critter Bowl coming up, and I'm got to be real honest. I'm not super prepared. I'm prepared, but not prepared. I need to go get some raffle tickets and I guess make little bags and stuff. We got the dice in, trophies are in, all the items are down at the shop for raffle.
You got your score file? Your score file?
I have not set up my score file because I just got my computer back a few days ago from the ghost in the house that sat on the screen or something like that in the laptop. But I will have that. So I will have the computer down there, and yes, I will. I'm gonna try to do the score file this weekend at some point. So
Takes
right
a
now
look.
we're sitting at with my odd man out playing. We are at 20 people. So
Wow, that's awesome.
yeah. So we technically have four spots because there's some big magic like PTQ or something like there, and he said like at the time of the event, if we think we can squeeze a few more in, which I think we really could, but we set it at 24. I have four spots left according to this. Um, Somebody got a hold of me just to let you guys know because people already hitting me up for dice. I got 30 sets of dice made, or we did, I should say. Both I got 30 sets of dice made. Um, I have some volunteers. Dice are going to go to them. Some dice are going to go to the family. I think I have two pairs left over after all that. So, like, somebody really wanted dice really bad, and I said the best way to get dice is to sign up for the event. It's going towards a charity, and they're like, "Well, I don't want to pay $25 for dice." And I said,
That's what I
"Well,
told him.
I what's that?"
I said that's what I told him. If the only way to guarantee you get dice is you sign up.
Right. And I said, I'm really not being a jerk here. I said, there's just not many dice, and I'm not selling them for $5, because they're going to go to the family. And if not, we'll hold on to them or whatever. And, use
Yeah,
them for prizes, the rare Critter Bowl dice. These are the
yeah,
first
that's
ones we've
true.
ever done. So, I suggested to the one person I talked to that like you could always donate, pay your entry, get the dice, and then just give away your ticket for somebody here, maybe in Oklahoma, that can't afford to go. So,
Or
but
just not
that was,
worry about it because it's going to charity.
yeah, or whatever. Right, exactly. Either way. But so if somebody's listening to this and you want to give me a holler and say, hey, I actually want a set of those dice, give me a holler and we can work something out. But you'll have to basically pay an entry at least for right now. So
Costs $1 to make you holler.
cost $1 to make me holler. But I think like right now we're sitting at like I think like $500 for the family already.
Nice.
So yeah, pretty cool.
Well, I haven't done much. More people have reached out about different leagues and tournaments around. So looks like April, May, I probably have 4 or 5 tournaments to go to. That'll be interesting.
Nice.
And then there's actually a league about an hour from me now. Um, Let me look at it. It's the Blood Bowl at All American League. Shout out to them. They are in Boardman, Ohio, which is an hour away from me. So figure I will check them out. They have league nights on Tuesday, which kind of sucks.
Hmm.
But David Brennan, shout out to him. He hooked me up, let me know. But I'll definitely go out some night, just say hi. But I don't know
Well,
about.
maybe you could work something out. Like Drew comes up to our league,
Yeah,
and usually people play him two back-to-back games when he drives up.
yeah.
So
I guess they have other things going on Saturdays, like Warhammer
I
and
got you.
stuff. But anyways, that's really cool. But yeah, the main thing we're going to talk about is Blood Bowl 3 released.
And we're not gonna like break this into segments. We're just gonna do a
Nah,
straight shot here.
we'll just do a straight
Oh,
shot.
okay. All right. In
Um,
the next segment, Blood Bowl 3,
beep,
and we're
beep, beep,
back.
beep.
Steve.
Um, Big shout out to Ken Hinchliff who helped me get this because we did not get a review copy. We have been waiting for a review copy for months, been on the list, and they said we'd get one, but we've never got one. So um, just want to put that out there. We are not being sponsored to say anything or whatever. It was real
We're
cash that
sponsored
was
by
paid.
GW.
Yeah, of course. um, and I wanted to just get a quick episode out because there's been a lot of talk about this. And if you've been on the Blood Bowl community on Facebook or anywhere, I'm sure you've seen all the talk. I just,
So before you talk further,
yeah,
um, I did not get it. I really, really, really was probably going to, except I worked a double on Tuesday, which is just to explain to people what that is. That's working from 7 a.m. to midnight in the same day. And so I didn't do it late Monday because I'm pretty sure awesome laptop that's now fixed could run it.
Yeah.
And I really did plan on like trying to maybe get it. And I thought, no, I'll stay up way too late. I got a double the next day. I don't want to do that. So I did some solo board gaming on Monday instead. And then after hearing all the feedback, this is from an outsider. I
Hmm.
haven't played it. I think I'm very fine with like maybe waiting a month or two before I actually dip my toe into playing it, and maybe they can fix what, according to other people, have told me are bugs. But
So to
since
start
you
off
have
with, yeah,
experienced it, let's talk to you.
sure. To start off with, um, I got the pre-launch, so we got 2 days early access to it. What that really meant is we got a beta test and strength test the servers for 2 days, and it did not hold up well, to say the least. There was slowdowns, there was crashes. They took them offline to fix them. You, I tried to find Ken in the search for coaches. It wouldn't even let us do that. Anytime it searched, it just timed out. It was horrible. Um, Not good, to say the least. Tons of people online bitching, moaning, complaining, but fully justified. Those first 2 days, hard as hell to get any games played. If you did, it could crash halfway through, random weird bugs popping up. That being said, it went live today, and I've been on it almost all day and have had it's there's been a couple of games that have crashed on me, it just stalls out and I have to
Okay.
exit. So that sucks. But overall, everything's going fast, everything's going smooth. I haven't had an issue aside
Yeah,
from
we're
the
recording
issues.
this Tuesday, just so everybody knows. Tuesday the 23rd. So not Tuesday,
Today's
Thursday.
Thursday.
Jesus Christ, Thursday the 23rd.
Okay. I was confused. I'm like,
I,
wait, are we saying we're going back in time? No.
no, no, no. I was. It's called working a lot.
Understood.
Um, so Steve, you have the screen set up right here. Can you kind of? I see this orc like huffing and
Yeah,
puffing
that's
at me. I
Varog.
guess that's Varog, and then I see a bull and a create a new team and a
Yeah, that's
competitors.
that's the
Walk me through some of
button
this.
to. So on the main screen, you've got Varog breathing. You've got a big minotaur that you can click to go to the Discord, which is nice because you can go there and report stuff and
Oh,
see things.
okay.
Create a team, create a
Obvious.
competition, which is like a league, and then just do a quick preseason quick match.
So
Uh,
does this have? If I remember right, Blood Bowl 2 had like a little tutorial thing.
yep. In play, you have
Hmm.
campaign mode, and it has a little tutorial. It's good. Um, Really, if you don't know Blood Bowl, it probably should go a lot more in depth about stuff, but it's good. Like,
Okay.
overall, it's fine. I really like
Okay.
how this campaign is set up, though, because it's essentially a cavalcade of stars as sponsors.
Hmm.
So, Kiroth Krakeneye does the pirate crew, Nurgle King was Double Drool, and then Creek Rustgouger, Joseph Bugman, and then Griff. So in each of these campaign modes, you have a little video that's really cool animation. The star players pop up, they do the little things. Lord Borax there talking. It's really neat. I like it. It's fun.
So
Uh,
what do? You hit the first one and it walks you through the tutorial because it says
yeah, the
tutorial.
first one's the
And
tutorial, and then the other ones are tournaments of 3 matches, and you have to win all
okay,
three
so
matches.
do you get different teams?
You can actually bring in any team that you've created, which is really nice.
Oh, okay,
And it
okay.
doesn't like they're just friendlies essentially in this competition, so it doesn't hurt your team at
Versus the
all.
AI.
Hmm.
Okay.
And that's one thing. Like the AI is so bad, like so so bad. I cannot explain how bad it is. It's worse than any of the other AIs, I think.
Okay.
Um,
Me and Gary talked about like how hard is it? I mean, I guess you shouldn't just give the if they make AI for like John Madden football and stuff.
yeah.
Shows my age calling it John Madden football. Madden football. Um, they should be able to make one for this, but
Well, this
we
is
were
not EA. There's that.
well. There's definitely that. So
The AI is so bad. Like it will always set up like on kicking. It will
Mhm.
always set up with three guys in the middle. Like if they have a tree or a troll or whatever, it's dead set in the middle every single time. Even when it's receiving, even when I set people up on the far outside and absolutely nobody in the middle, it's still going to put three guys in the middle. So you can completely bypass that. It does not know how to do anything. It barely knows. Like it'll go pick up the ball first. It dodges away instead of hitting, like 90% of the time.
Hmm.
So it tries to make a cage every single time. And if that means that the black orc has to dodge away, it's going to dodge away, and it doesn't succeed. There was a couple of games where I got to a point where you can kind of trick the system, like have it so well protected, like there's nobody next to their guys. The ball is either in their hands or in my hands and protected, and the AI just goes, huh, pass. And I go, pass. And it goes, pass. And I go, pass. I did a whole second half that way one time. So,
Wow.
I mean, there's zero challenge here. I'd rather it was trying to cheat, but hopefully that's something that's going to improve. They have talked about doing competitions, trying to find new AI. I have no idea how all that works, but it definitely needs to be done. So the AI on here, not going to have a great time. It's fun if you want to beat people up, but like I took Morgan Thorg a couple of times, and he was just destroying people. Animation's really cool. The pitches are really cool because in this campaign mode, you get to see like the dark elf pitch, the chaos pitch, the et cetera, et cetera. However, and it has like special rules and stuff. So like geysers on the dwarf pitch will spring up, or the kraken comes out on the dark elf pitch. All those rules are implemented. All those pitches are there. We cannot choose from them when we play a match.
The
There's only
random?
one choice.
Oh.
Yeah, that's another thing. So at initial, like let's go ahead and create a new team. What race do you want? We got 12 races: Imperial Nobility, Orc, Black Orc, Human, Chaos Renegade, Skaven, Old World
Okay.
Alliance, Dark Elf, Chaos Chosen, Dwarf, Elven Union, and Nurgle.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get some randomness here because that's what I do. And I'm gonna go boom. 12 teams. We're gonna pick the very first one.
Okay, Imperial Nobility.
Okay.
What name?
We're gonna put the name in there. We're gonna give these the Overwalds Otters.
Okay.
Still both down approved.
And you can do balanced or manual, so we'll pick for you, or you can do manual. We'll do manual.
Why? Okay. Why would we do balance? Does it just give you like two of this, two of this, two of
I don't
this?
know. It just makes a team for you.
Okay.
So it's easy enough how to make your team, what positions, the money you have, all this.
Okay.
Um, and then on customizations, you have a whole bunch of different options like jersey and emblem,
Ooh,
cheerleaders,
go there.
coaches. So look, cheerleaders, you have the option of two. I got the Brutal Edition, which allowed me early access and gave me a special cheerleader. Otherwise, you only have access to the human cheerleader.
What's the other one?
The Brutal one is the one I got from the pre access. So if
So
you
I'm gonna
just
miss
bought,
out on that.
yeah, well, if you buy the Brutal Edition, you can still get it. But anyone
So,
else is only going to have access to one cheerleader currently.
so do we
Coaches,
think?
you
Okay,
have three
coaches.
coaches, two star players, and basically a ref coach. Orc.
You get Helmut Wolf as a coach, huh?
Stadium, one pitch.
Pitch.
That's it. You only have the regular human pitch and the
Okay,
regular
grandstands.
human or city grandstands.
Okay.
Dice, again, you have one set of dice. However, I have an extra one because I got the Brutal Edition. The ball, one regular ball. I got an extra ball because I got the Brutal Edition. That's
Motto.
ridiculous. Yeah, you can make a motto and all that. But That's ridiculous.
What's the name thing there?
You can change your name.
Oh, okay. See, it's supposed to be
Oberwald.
Overwald, like Griff's Overwald,
Yeah,
but
well,
that's okay.
whatever.
It doesn't matter. It could be Overweiss for all I care.
It's not like I'm going to keep
Yeah,
it.
you're not keeping this.
But
Does it have a motto that you type in, or is it stuff to choose from?
do what?
The motto.
A motto?
Is it
Yeah,
something
you can type it in.
Oh, you type it in. I thought maybe they have like 45 different mottos. Go to this jersey emblem thing. I want to see what this is.
So it has a decent number of options for the emblems, but
Yeah, it's like 16 pages.
I believe they're all the same exact ones from Blood Bowl 2.
Okay, that makes sense.
And there's only what?
Oh, okay. There's some patterns here.
18 patterns or whatever.
Okay.
It's just not enough. And maybe it's coming later. But how hard is it to make a damn emblem? Give me an emblem for every letter of the alphabet, not just, 9 of them.
AGPYRUWB.
I guess
I think that's a T.
T, but I don't know. So
What's that blue?
I'm definitely not happy about that because
Okay.
we were told, or so we thought, that every race would have a pitch, every race would have dice, every race would have a coach, etc., etc.
Okay.
That's not in there yet. Maybe it's coming, maybe it's not.
Okay, I want to see all your teams here. Chaos Chosen, Frost Veil, Frost Marks,
Mares.
Frostners. That's okay.
Ice Horse.
Stranglevine Stranglers for Chaos Renegades.
Yeah.
What's that one right there?
This is my favorite. The City of Bay Rollers.
Oh god.
Because they have a death roller.
You just spelled Bay different.
Look at him. He's got stars.
I mean, it's kind of cute.
It's the Bay City Rollers.
I know what you're doing here.
I know, but
just so people make this clear, I'm the both down approved guy. Steve is just like the rest of you. He's better than a lot of you.
None of these are horse racing names. Screw you. But every single player has 3 options for most of the customization for like head, shoulders, and stuff. You have 1 option for free, 2 options in the shop, and that's it.
Shop. So you got to go unlock these by buying stuff?
You have to buy them. So
how do you get money?
I got 1,000 free when I got the edition I got, but then otherwise you have to buy them.
With real money or
with real money? You can. It's not implemented yet, but eventually you will be able to do the season and earn these as you go. But currently you can buy Warpstone. This is what 90% of the people online are complaining about, is that it's just a pure cash grab. Because I can't fault them. Let me go to my Chaos team. I guess somebody died. Huh.
Okay.
I think I bought.
Did you buy somebody and you can't unlock certain things?
I was trying to find where I don't remember what team it was I bought it for now. Crap. Anyways, when you... Is this it? No. Sorry, I forgot. Anyways, when you buy something, you buy 1 copy of it. So, let's say I want a special head for this guy. I pay 75 cents. Because that's 75 Warpstones.
And you get it for that one dude.
I get 1 helmet for that 1 position that I can put on him or another position, but it's not 1 for every position. So, say I have 5 Chaos teams and I want all the Minotaurs to have the same head, I'm going to have to buy it 5 times. Or go in every single time and switch it out. You can freely switch it between players. That's fine. That's nice. But
Wow. It feels like a mobile app game.
basically, that
Okay.
is absolutely what people are talking about and complaining.
Man, like every second you speak, I'm getting more and more happy that I haven't bought this.
Um,
What's so the shop is where you come in here and like
mhm.
you turn in your credits?
Yeah, and there's going to be more stuff later. There's different rarities, and there's legendary ones that are 750, like $7.50 to buy these legendary helmets.
Do you see what they look like? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, this guy's like on flame,
I mean
on
it's
fire.
interesting.
So basically, this is Magic the Gathering online where you have to buy packs and stuff.
No packs. You can just buy it individually, but yeah, I'm I'm torn on it because here's the truth, right? This is not a big game company. I didn't really
Sure.
pay a whole lot of money for this game. I got it on CD keys for like $40, which
Okay.
whatever. Um, it's the only way this is going to get made for Blood Bowl is this way of making it by constantly giving them money every single time. That's how the last two Blood Bowl games were. Remember people complaining about, new race came out and you'd have to pay
The
or
new
what
edition. Yeah.
$15 for 3 races or something.
Yeah.
Now this, at least when the new season starts, because they're going to be doing seasons, it's every 3 months, and you can. So they've said you can earn your way playing the game to get the new team. So you don't have to pay for it. You can, or you can just play a crap ton and get it. We don't know how much yet, but I'm sure it's going to be attainable. Otherwise, they're going to get crazy yelled at.
Yeah. I feel like this is more closer to like Rocket League now that you could slowly earn things and at the
Mm-hmm.
same time you just put your cash in and like you don't need that helmet. But if you want that helmet, you can buy it. Just like you don't need those tires, you can
Yeah,
play your game.
and it is again purely cosmetic. Is not doing anything to the actual playability of the game, so that's good. Now,
Okay.
interesting thing, this just happened before we started recording. Someone found someone online supposedly has hacked the game and found the following races: goblins, halfling, undead, necro, wood elves, and lizards.
Okay.
So that's 6 races that are supposedly in the game already that are just waiting to be finished and unlocked. Sounds to me like there's probably going to be 2 teams per season because goblins and halflings would go together, undead and necro would go together, and wood elves and lizard men would go together. At least to me. No confirmation of that, but hopefully.
Can
Again,
you click on teams again?
yeah.
I want to see which ones are in there.
What
Um,
races?
yeah, just what races.
Yeah, those.
So we so we got nobility, orcs, black orcs, humans, chaos renegades, skaven, chaos chosen, dark elf, old world alliance, dwarf, elf union, and nurgle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, overall, currently, things are running well. It's a lot of fun. I've
How do,
completed the campaign. I really liked the campaign. I wish the AI was better, but it was still fun. I really liked the animation and all that.
okay. How many games have you played?
Um, so
10, 5, 1?
3 times 5, 15, 16, 17 or 18.
Okay. Have you played
Only,
with each race?
no.
Okay. So this is what I heard. I heard as you're playing the game, one, I heard 2 minutes is not quite enough.
So the time's
But I hear a
fine.
lot of people whining about that.
Yeah, so the time limit is 2 minutes. Never been an issue because you have like 7.5 minutes of overage. So it
Okay.
doesn't immediately end your turn unless you've used up all that overage time. I've never even come close.
Okay. I heard that you say like, I would like to block this person, and then it goes to a cut screen of something amazing where you injure somebody. and then the dice roll, and you get to see the results of the dice roll.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to do it. It's jarring at first, but if we took it the other way, what would? Because I started thinking about it. Because if you did it, you hit them, you do the little wind up. Because like dwarves, they do a wind up and then they hit the guy. So let's
Mm-hmm.
say you roll the dice, you
Mm-hmm.
see your little guy do that animation, then it knocks him back, then it rolls the dice, and then it's going to cut to a weird cutscene of him hitting the guy and killing him. So it puts all the cut screens together, the two of them, and yes, it's before the dice, but otherwise it'd be weird. It'd be cutscene, see the dice, and then cutscene saying he's dead. And I don't think if it was implemented that way, I don't think people would like it. So that's my take on it.
Okay. I was just curious because
Yeah.
I heard just the opposite. Because I heard like, like every time you make a block and it starts to roll the dice, you go, "Well, I know that guy didn't get hurt. I know that guy didn't get hurt." You know,
Yeah. But it's cool when, I mean, so? I mean,
I'm just telling you,
I know.
just telling you what I heard.
I don't know how to combat that. Yes, if you don't see that pop, the scene pop open, then he's not dead or not seriously injured. So, if it does come open, then you know he is. It's 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 a it's a weird thing to complain about. And again, I was with them initially because I remember talking about that when we saw the beta. I was like, this is weird that it's doing it this way. But think about it going the other way, and it would suck.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's it has received so much negative publicity, and I'm not going to say any of it's wrong. People are 100% right to complain. The pre release was absolutely garbage. Could not play the game for 2 days. They ended up giving us like 250 warp stone to like make up for it. It's like $2.50 basically. Wouldn't even know about that unless you went to the Discord. Like we have an in-game notification screen, so like I can hit this little thing down here. It says no pending notifications. Stuff like that needs to be going through the game and letting us know. And also, they should be going through the game and letting us know what the updates are, what the patches have done, all this type of stuff. Because not
Right.
everybody wants to go to Discord and read. Because I go to the Discord and it's, there's 20 different threads going on. I can't keep up on everything. And how do I know exactly where it's going to be posted? So that could be
Mm.
better. Obviously, the AI could be better. The fact that we don't have all the pitches and all the dice and everything that, to my recollection, was stated we'd be getting is very disappointing. But hopefully that's coming soon. It definitely feels like they were not ready to release this. And I wanted to give them
So,
the benefit of the doubt, but realistically, as multiple people online have pointed out, this has been delayed 2 years. This was supposed to come out 2 years ago.
so here's what a friend of ours said, Gary Brown.
Yeah.
He said it really basically feels like they got, you know, you pay $30-$40 just to play the beta of a game.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, it was. Yeah.
Instead of we need people to play test this. It's like, fine, you want to play that test this, you know, pay us $30, you can play.
I don't.
And then
Yeah,
and
like I said.
maybe because they are smaller, that money that they have gotten will allow them to hire people or continue their work with those people to keep paying them to fix the issues and et cetera,
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera.
I every other game has been the same way. Blood Bowl 1, Blood Bowl 2, they all came out to very lackluster fanfare. People complaining, talking about how they'll never play it, how it's horrible. Then after a year or so, everyone's playing it and loving it, and it's going fine. I'm hoping this is the same way. As a, if you asked me at pre-release, if you should buy it, I'd say hell no, because it was buggy as all hell, and you didn't have everything. Right now, should you buy it? I don't know. I'm going to be playing it. Well, what do you want? Like,
No, it's just
I mean, it's a mixed bag. I think it's worth it. I'm not upset that I have it. Not just because we get to review it on the podcast, but the graphics are really good. It's a lot of fun. And I think if you had a whole bunch of people in a league playing this, there'd be no issue at all. And of course, that's where it's going to be its moneymakers playing leagues and stuff, or one offs with friends. As of right now, I don't see any issue with that.
so if you created a league right now
Hmm.
and say you and 6 people or 7 people, so you have eight people playing in your league, does it cost any extra? Is my
No, of
question to
course
you.
not.
Okay, and so I see where you're at. Are these existing leagues, the Beefy Boy League, and all this stuff?
I
Are
assume
these
so. This is
okay?
another thing. It's like the documentation, how to figure out what you're doing, not there. I mean, like
It's like tour play.
I can go to play in competitions. It doesn't tell me what competitions are. It just says my active ones, managed, and joined a competition.
Hmm.
So,
Okay.
like these are competitions. This one ended. It was a knockout. Is round 1 of 1. So I think this guy just played his friend.
Gotcha.
I have no idea. I cannot read Japanese.
Why not?
Um, because I'm not Japanese.
Oh,
So this is
I thought you
noob
were.
contest. Noob contest 1-on-1. So this is like people just playing with friends.
Okay.
Um, Silly Dillies versus the Cheez-Its.
Yeah, this is a great. These are great names.
If you're a Gypsy Danger or Zombie Kool-Aid, then
They're not both down approved.
so I can actually click on Zombie Kool-Aid and just look at his profile now, and he has one team created, the Cheez-Its.
I'm really not going to break people's balls because I know there's a lot of people who are just trying this and throwing things together like I did with the Overwald Otters. So I totally get that
Yeah, of
right
course.
now.
Right now. Um,
Is there anything more painful in Blood Bowl than seeing somebody post, I think I'm going to start the blah, blah, blah team. I need help with names.
God.
And then just like, I just try to,
What
like,
about hit them in the nuts because they have a tree? Get it? Nuts. Then
yeah,
everyone else like that's so great. That's a great name.
what are you doing this weekend? Well, I'm watching the Kansas City Chiefs versus Hit 'em in the Nuts. Oh, what? That would be a really good, fun game.
Oh, and so like you can do a friendly match where you can play hot seat next to somebody. You can play against the AI,
Whoa,
or you
whoa,
can
what's
play
hot
online.
seat play against with somebody? Oh, like me and you on the same team?
Hmm. Or
How would
against
that
each
work?
other. So
Oh,
two
okay.
teams. And now one interesting thing is like play against AI. I can have my
Your own
Candon
teams?
Cannoneers go up against my City of Bay Rollers and set my time limit. But
And make one of them the AI?
yeah, one of them's the AI.
Oh, okay.
But you can also
Oh,
play
you
against the default teams too, which is really nice.
we'll do this. I'll play start a game. I want to see this graphic. I know people cannot hear this, but
Hey,
I haven't seen Jack.
I'm going to do the Bay City Rollers. I mean, the City of Bay Rollers.
City of Bay Rollers, yeah. This
Then Oklahoma Boomers, because I like their look.
okay.
Let me go ahead and turn the volume back on.
Okay. Think people will hear it.
They should be able to.
Main volume. Can't hear anything.
Oh, you can't?
Not yet. I'm also half
Day,
deaf.
sports fans.
Oh. Okay, this looks pretty cool. You're pulling me back in a little bit.
Good weather. Shame. Nothing to spice things up.
I
So,
heard if you stun a guy, he does not like roll from his back to his belly or anything like that.
I do not know. I have not paid that close of attention. That's probably correct. He just goes from red to whatever. So here's your inducements, and they do have a full cadre of star players in here. They do not have the star player special abilities, which I don't mind one bit because I hate those.
But it is weird that they don't have. Ooh, Goblin Ref. He's giving
So-
a coin toss.
Here's another thing that's a problem. The same exact animations for a lot of this, and the same audio for a lot of this.
So really, did they change anything besides
Why?
converting it from?
Did it take so long to basically get an updated Blood Bowl 2?
Because they had to change the rules.
I
I mean, the
don't.
passing stat.
I mean, that's all I can think of.
All right.
So see, 1, 2,
Oh,
3.
they did. They put all three guys right in the middle.
It's what they do.
Used well, it could be a big advantage.
Brilliant
for the
coaching.
opposition.
So it's
they're
neat
playing
how-
that side.
Yeah, they're playing that side. They have the lightning bolt for my logo, and we've got the undead or the dead dwarf for our logo.
Okay. I want to keep playing. You should have took soft armor teams. That way I could see
There's
this
only
graphic.
one
Of,
word to say about this.
Well, you didn't say that.
Not a word, Jim.
well, I didn't think about it. So, oh, okay. We just saw a graphic.
So imagine that, then seeing the dice roll, and then seeing an animation saying he died.
Okay, it's not as bad as I expected.
Like functionality-wise, everything
I'm gonna
plays
do something
well.
with that death roller. Hey, I want to see this animation. Boom. Oh, he fucked him up. Look at that animation.
That player better get up. Nothing good comes
So
from
what did you do?
spending
Just
any
knock
time
him
on
out
the
or stun
ground
him?
in
I just
this
knocked
game.
him down. He's stunned. So,
So
you still have the
any-
stuff over here. I got a 4 on his armor.
So anytime you break the armor, you cut away.
Anytime you knock him down, currently, is what I have. I did not break his armor. So I'm going to go foul this guy just to show you. I did not get caught. Okay. But yeah, this is it. Again, like the other pitches are in here, but it just won't let me choose them. I think it's really cool.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I want to still spend $40 for this. Not yet.
And again, I can't blame you if you don't. So,
Mainly because I know from the past, like if you wait like 6 months, you're gonna get like 18 teams for the same price.
probably. I mean, I don't know if that's going to be the case. According to what I've seen, the current model is you're basically going to be doing, buy the base
Microtransactions.
game, and then you have to buy the other teams or play to get them.
Gotcha.
But I don't know.
Okay. You got a lot of warpstone. You need to go buy some heads.
I bought a couple just to test them out, but I have no idea what team now. So, I know everyone's hating on it. Again, I'm not going to completely defend this game. For the amount of time that they've had, it should be much better than it is. That pre-release was absolutely garbage. Currently, I think it's running well. They have done basically a patch a day, just fixing bugs and fixing stability and stuff. So, seems like they're trying. I'm hoping it works out. There's going to be enough people playing this that they're going to get their money. They're going to release the new season, a new team. People are going to buy it, and blah 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 blah. I'm going to support it because I want it to continue. And
Well, I mean that is true. Like I'm not going to toot my own horn here and say I've donated millions of dollars to Fumble, but when I have played Fumble in the past, I have donated money
Yeah.
at times. Not a lot of money, but at the same time, if I don't donate some money, then they're going to be like, why even pay for this website every year?
And, people are going to say, well, why play this instead of Fumble? Fumble has every team and more. It has all the rules properly implemented. There's no problem. It's because this is fancy. You want me to say it? That's what it is. This is cool looking.
Sure, I
I
get it.
I think the functionality is more fun. It's more fun to sit and play. Can play AI. Fumble does not have that option, so um, I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, this kind of gives some light to people. Like, oh, I've heard about all this. Do I want to bother with this or not? You're saying like, hey, I spent $40 on it. I'm fine with what we got. Could it be
I'm
better?
yes,
Sure.
absolutely.
Okay.
I'm fine with it. I'm enjoying it. I've enjoyed what I've played. Is it truly worth $40 currently? Maybe not. Is it going to be worth that in the long run? Yeah, for sure. Because I'll play friends on this one shot. I can play in leagues. I'll have no problem with that. Customization's fun. Eventually, there'll be more. I'm hoping they do more free stuff. They have said they will. That's just not implemented. But I don't know.
Okay.
Who knows? And I don't want to hear from people talking about how bad it is and how I could suck up for it and I'm stupid for liking it. Whatever.
I
It's
mean,
everyone's different
let me tell you
choice.
something. With the internet, this is the life we live. I hated Wakanda Forever, and I enjoyed Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So, suck it, everybody. It's okay to
I
have your opinions.
Yeah, Wakanda Forever was just okay. I haven't seen Ant Man yet.
I mean,
I
Ant-Man
have no
was
desire.
not the greatest movie ever, but there was some decent enough things in it. It helps when you hate the last Marvel movie that you go into the next one going, "Oh, this is way better than that."
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
I'm glad I got to see it before too much was spoiled. That's for sure. So,
I feel like I have more to say on this, but I can't think of what.
it's okay.
We hit
I mean,
every
you
option that we have. Creating teams is fun. I don't know.
it'd be cool if there was something besides just Varys breathing heavy right here every
Yeah.
time you open.
Just like the other games, you have to turn off the audio pretty quick for the commentary because it
Just
gets
gets old.
so repetitive so fast. And you'll get the same thing one after the other. It's like, why?
Oh,
Why?
even back to back.
Back to back, the same stupid phrase. Like, I get it. It can't be that hard to put in random new audios. I don't know.
You would think, and again, here's what we don't know. This is not sticking up for cyanide. We've joked in the past about how Chessex at times, Chessex Dice, feels like one guy with a part-time assistant
Mm-hmm.
trying to fill in all these dice orders. And maybe it is. If you go to his website, at least the last time I was there, which is well over a year ago, it still is the same archaic old website
Yeah.
with nothing up to date on what he was out of or what he had in and etc. There really might be just 4 people working on this, and for all we know, they have other projects too.
There,
Or one guy's full time and there's 3 other guys who are part time.
there's at least 10 or so people in the Discord. So
Okay.
there's
Well, I
probably,
mean,
but again, yes, to your point, this is not EA. This is a minuscule team from a, no offense to Cyanide, a big budget French company that outside of this game and other GW properties, I don't think anyone knows. So they did not do great the last couple of games either. Again,
to,
we hated those games for a long time until we accepted it and enjoyed it. That's what this is going to be. A year from now, people will be playing it all the time because hopefully there will be 18 races in there with another 6 on the way or something.
well, I think it was Rory. God forgive me, I forgot his last name at this moment. Anyways, Rory made a comment online. He said, "Okay, I bought my teams." Something like, "I bought the game. Now I just found out I had to go buy the other teams, and then I have to buy this, then I have to buy this, and then I have to find people to play. What the hell?" And
Mm-hmm.
he was making a joke that we really do the same thing with the board game.
Yeah, absolutely true.
So I thought it was funny, um, that he made that joke kind of offhandedly in there. Roy Donahue. I can't believe I forgot his name. I got it. Anyways, I thought that was actually kind of a funny little joke because in some ways it's true. We do the same thing.
Of course.
You know, even if we already own the team, we go buy the new team and pay somebody to paint it, or
Well,
maybe pay it ourselves.
that's another one thing I really wish they had on here is like they took the opportunity to take all of the rules and put into one document. So you buy this game and you'd have all the rules. No, not even close. Like there's just no
Yeah.
way of knowing how to play this game unless you already know how to play the game.
Okay, that was going to be my final question. Is if like somebody at work that's never played the game but heard me talking about it, I tell them to go do this. They're still just going to be just as lost.
No, they can go through the campaign, they can do the tutorial. It's going to teach them a lot of things. Is it going to teach them enough things? Maybe. It's going to teach them enough to play, but they're really going to have to look at the skills and read them and understand how they interact. And that's going to be a lot harder on an online game versus an offline, I think. But again, I'm not sure. I skipped through stuff on the campaign I should have paid attention to because I didn't know how to hold down the left button to get the menu to do special stuff. So I was trying to chainsaw people and I didn't know how to do it. I was just blitzing them. I'm like, oh, this is not good. But I eventually figured it out. But they did tell me how to do it in the campaign. I was just speeding through because I already knew how to play.
I gotcha. All right. Well, I don't really have any more questions for you. I'm sure that I will get this at some point. I'm not in a hurry in this moment.
Yeah.
Now. Um, but
I
who
th-
knows?
I
Maybe
think
in a couple weeks I'll be bored and I'll say screw it. I don't play a lot of video games, anyways. I mean, I played Rocket League for the first time in like 4 weeks today for about an hour, and
yeah, but
that's
if you can play on Steam, then we can get in the league and play.
I get what you're saying.
Now that's one thing is there's no cross compatibility yet. Cross compatibility is supposed to come in November. So if that does come in November or earlier, then that's going to open it up to everybody and everyone's going to be happy again.
If I had it on Xbox and you were on your computer when we played it,
Mm-hmm.
I mean that just like Rocket League does.
Yeah,
That'd be
exactly.
pretty dang amazing.
It
So
should be coming. It's a priority for them. It's going to take another 9 months,
maybe more.
probably more. And that's another thing is like we've got the first season when the new Blood Pass and all that stuff comes out, and the first new race is in May. So if they hit that, great. If they blow by it or something, then that's going to be a bad indicator for the future of this game.
That's fair. I mean, then also maybe by then they'll be ready, and this will show everybody like, oh, things are looking up. So
Yeah, we can hope.
okay, well,
That's pretty much it.
all
Like I
right.
said, I just wanted to get something out pretty quick so that we can have some say, as people have been asking me since they've seen me online. So
No, that's good. I'm glad we. I mean, to be honest, I was really tired this week, and when you said I'd like to do another episode, I was like, dude, this week.
that's why
But
I
we found.
talked so much. You got to talk all last episode.
Well, that's true.
Now it's even.
Oh, okay. So we're even now. All right. So now we wrap this up, and now we're into some shout outs, right?
Sure.
Shout outs. There we go.
Yep.
All right. Do we have any shout outs?
Not that I bothered to look up.
I'm gonna shout out him here. I probably already talked about it. Jeff Hunt took the time. He's been making some like little dice towers, like somewhere locally. I don't really know what it is, but he's been making a couple dice towers. He got permission from Pete Nifton to use some of his art and to like burn it into the wood, little wooden wood making dice towers, and he spent his time and his money and donated a dice tower that will be raffled off for Critter Bowl. So thank you, Jeff, for that. And I don't know if you have anybody else.
Oh, so Throw the Ball tickets go on sale March 1st. And then, speaking of international tournaments, the World Cup actually opened up for sale. So you can get signed up for the World Cup now. And we actually started putting out new episodes of World Cup Report, surprisingly.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
If you're on iTunes, iTunes hates us. So you might need to look for a new feed or just use a different app. I don't know. I
Doesn't
can't
hate
get.
both down. It hates the World Cup report.
Well, even on both down, like we have a old feed. Remember,
Okay.
we have a feed out there that hasn't been touched in like 5 years.
Old feed. That
Yeah,
hasn't
like
been
if someone
touched
puts in
yet.
both down, it'll show an old. It shows two feeds. One is like old that hasn't been updated in forever, and then we got the new one.
Oh,
I don't know what
guess
happened.
Okay.
It's all
I
weird. I don't know
okay.
how to do
Yeah.
this stuff. You guys are lucky if we get anything out.
Yeah, I mean we're just a bunch of old people, so
One of us
we don't.
dies, this show ends. Like
Oh yeah, I looks like I'm going to lose like two people this week. Speaking of, I would like to
what?
go through a year without friend of the family, a man who would always go to like football games with my parents. Him and his wife, Jackie Williams. He passed away on Tuesday. He was around my dad's age, maybe a little bit older. Um, anyways, he passed away, and then I have a former. Um, Back in the day at Choctaw High School, there was a teacher named Bill Usselton, and everybody begged to be in his class. And he did at the time what was called a current affairs class, which was talking about what was going on in the world currently. So if a war broke out, he would talk about that country
Hmm,
and why this is happening, and
that's cool.
yeah, the news is reporting this, but what they're really fighting over is this industry or
Yeah.
whatever. Anyways, you had to get like signed off and permission from him to get into that class, and there was like a wait list, and he just wouldn't let anybody in because he didn't want kids in there unless they were willing to learn. And his class was lectures and then quizzes, and that was pretty much it.
Oh,
And everybody loved his class, and for years after, everybody loved his class. And he's 63 now, I believe. But at the time, after high school, me and Robert were friends with him, and he had extra rooms in his house, and we legit had like a drawing studio in his house, where we could say, "Hey, we're gonna come over. I'm gonna come over Saturday and draw from like 1 to 7 o'clock." And he'd be like, "Well, I have a family I have my parents coming over. Can't do it."
mm-hmm.
Okay. Or he would say, "Sure, no problem." And we at one point we had keys to his house, so we could just say like, "Hey, I'm gonna come over there
Dang.
like 9 o'clock at night and draw till 4 a.m." And he'd be like, "Okay, no problem. I'll leave. I'll know that you're coming in or
Hmm.
whatever."
Yeah.
And watch his kids grow and stuff like that. So for like 4 years, it was really when I finally moved out totally and went to OU for college that I finally took my drawing board down from Bill's house and stuff like that. But he had comic ideas and stuff, and we were doing these ideas and stuff, and he's like, "I'll pay you for your pages, just get those inked and stuff." So like he paid us, not much, but he paid us to come over and work on some story ideas of his own, and we could go work on our own things. And like we had a radio in there, and me and Robert had both our drawing boards back to back, and Bill had his like word processor and stuff where he would write.
That's cool.
And it was I had a box of comics over there in case I wanted to take a break and read comics. It was really like a little clubhouse for many, 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 many years. And he would feed us and all this stuff, and we became friends.
Yeah.
Not only was he just a
Yeah.
teacher, but it just became friends. And he said after he's done teaching, because some of the stories either had slight nudity in it or mature subjects or cussing or jokes, that he didn't want that to tarnish like his,
In Oklahoma,
he
that's
didn't want
gonna screw you over as a
to.
job.
Right,
Yeah.
right, 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 right. So he said, when I retire, I'm going to publish all these stories. And I mean, I think Robert's done like 7 books for him, and I had one that I did for him and some other drawings and stuff. Anyways, he never published those. And I guess now it's been about 14 days, not quite 2 weeks, 13 days ago, 12, he had a stroke, and was they took him to the hospital to do an MRI, and during the MRI he had a heart attack, and he's been
Jeez.
basically in some type of coma ever since. I mean, not really a coma, but like just let's put it this way: he's not eating meals and he's not speaking to people, and
Yeah.
they got a few hand grabs out of him, and then they haven't got anything for like a week, and like everything kind of peaked up really positive with some of the tests, and this last few days, basically, I was told today, basically like 2 to 4 days is all we got left of him, and it's just sad. And I told my dad, like I said, I'm almost 49, and I said I just like to get through a physical year of my life, like March 1st to March 1st, without somebody I know and care about dying. I said, I feel like just getting older just means watching everybody die. And he's like, that's basically life. And I was like, oh. And then when
Yeah.
you think about it, it really is. It's either you're dying or them dying. And I'm not trying to sound grim. My point to all of this is Bill retired like 5, 6 years ago.
Hmm.
If you're something you want to do, go do it sooner, because you might not have later, I guess is my point. Because
Life is
um,
fleeting. You have to take the advantage of it while you have it. Yes.
like I told Robert, I was just like, what makes me sad about all this is like he had some really good story ideas that I don't know if they would have translated into great comic sellers or anything like that, but Robert put a lot of time in, a lot more than me. And selfishly, I wish, even if it was just one book that he published for himself, as like a little bit of more of a legacy as well, in
Yeah.
addition to all the students he touched. I just feel like we waited a little too long on this stuff. So, if you're out there listening and you think one day I'm going to go to this Blood Bowl tournament, or one day I'm going to do this, or I hear my friends are traveling over and I want to do this, maybe that day should be the next opportunity, you want to go to the World Cup and go across seas. And the more and more I think about it, why that sounds fun, I don't know if that's for me, and I don't think I'll die and regret that. But there is other things that, like, I definitely go take the trip, go take the time and hang out with people, make the phone call, tell people you love them, because you just don't know. So, anyways, there's my speech that we went from Blood Bowl to the video game to like contemplating death and the end
There's a
of
lot
it
of
all.
death in Blood Bowl.
What's that?
So there's a lot of death in Blood Bowl.
There is, and some little guy is, the pot goes over the apothecary and he sticks him wrong. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll
It
circle
happens.
that back. Anyways, yes, two people I care about is, I mean, one of them's already passed away, and another one's probably next. So just
So
feels weird. It feels weird.
yeah.
Just feels weird,
So don't be friends with
especially
Scott.
when it's like people that you could have called up and said, "Hey, I got a flat tire. Can you help me out?" you know,
Oh, because so you're just missing the fact that they're there to help you. God,
I'm
selfish.
saying I think it's great to have support pieces in life, because it takes a village to make it.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm just using the flat tires.
I know.
Oh, okay. I
Metaphor.
thought you were, I
No,
thought you were being a real dick.
no. I mean,
You're
I,
gonna
I
cry when I
am.
die, dude. You're
Well,
gonna
yeah,
cry
of
when I die,
course I am.
and then you're
If
not
I
gonna
don't
go to
go
my
first,
funeral. You're not gonna go to my funeral. I know that.
I might.
I don't know.
I
I
would
don't
have
like
gone.
funerals.
I do not like funerals. No, I see no need. Um, I would have gone to
That was
Brian's, but you know.
you speak of that, and not to keep dwelling on this too much, but the I asked my sister. She was really close to Jackie Williams. It was basically like her second dad, because
Hmm.
she grew up with that daughter and stuff like that. They're best friends. And I said, "So when's the funeral?" And she said, "They're not doing a funeral at all. This is it. It's done and it's over. They don't see any need." And I thought about it, and I was like, "Yeah, there really is not a need, is there?" You know?
So when it comes down to it, it depends on your theory of the afterlife, right? So we've got a few options. Either you're dead and there's nothing, so doing a funeral makes no sense. You die and you go to either heaven or hell, and you cannot communicate with the living, so funeral doesn't matter. You go to heaven or hell and you can communicate with the living or hear them, Doesn't have to be at a graveside, doesn't have to be at a funeral, doesn't have to be anywhere.
Or you could be a ghost and
Or-
come back as
Right.
play for a Blood Bowl team.
The only way going to a funeral or a graveyard makes sense to me is the Frighteners universe, where the ghosts are stuck at the grave. And I do not believe that's the case.
I've never seen that movie.
Man, I know you don't see a lot of movies. That's a really
That's
good
a good
one.
one to see.
That's a really
Okay.
good one.
All right.
I swear I was going to mention something else, but then we got off on death.
Oh, I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to
No,
be negative Nancy here.
no, that's
but
good.
what I'm saying is everybody should come to the next Oklahoma Bowl because you might not be alive for the next one.
Yeah, we
No.
waiting on logos for that, by the way.
Oh, dude, I haven't done shit.
I know. I'm just saying.
We need to actually, you need to really hardcore remind me and push me so much that I get mad at you and finally go, here's your damn logos, dude.
Yep, June 26th,
Okay.
24th, June 24th. Whatever weekend that is. Anyways.
Okay. Well, I have nothing else to say. Just tell people you love them, and we love you guys, and thanks for listening.
Yep, see you next time.
You can follow Both Down on Twitter at Both Down. You can follow Scott at
Real Scott Prime.
and Steve at Kilowog2814. If you'd like to email them, the email address is bothdownpodcasts@gmail.com. Or for more information, you can visit them at bothdown.com or at facebook.com/bothdown.
This competition is sponsored by Corsair Cruise, the company that takes all of its clients for a ride, whether they like it